Today on the channel, everybody has their prize for a Jakks Classic Superstars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the Toys R Us exclusive Virgil and $1 Million Man Ted Dibiase.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jakks Classic Superstars 2-pack unboxing and review. And today, the Toys R Us exclusive 2-pack is Virgil and the $1 Million Man Ted Dibiase. But for all your modern day wrestling figure needs, make sure you're hitting up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And today, the $1 Million Man arrives again, but this time he's brought a friend. He's bought his personal bodyguard, Virgil, in his only appearance in the Jakks Classic Superstars line. So very cool to get this one here. And we do know Virgil is getting a Mattel Elite Build-A-Figure figure from his wrestling gear. And we have had a Toys R Us exclusive, I believe, in the Mattel Elite line of kind of this version of Virgil in the past as well. So what a time to be alive if you're a Virgil fan. So many Virgil figures, including his old school Hasbro one from way back in the day. But Virgil, of course, the bodyguard to the $1 Million Man, and the $1 Million Man, a guy no stranger to any wrestling figure line, of course. But this time we get the iconic green suit, and a lot of us, when we think green suit Ted Dibiase, we take it back to the Hasbro days, as that was, what, the second version of Ted Dibiase, I believe, in the Hasbro line back in the day. But an iconic suit for the $1 Million Man. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's see what's going on. Let's see what all the fuss is about. There's old Virgil and Ted Dibiase in the package. The only accessory we get is a little bit of $1 Million Man dollars down there. Got the old Ted Dibiase bucks with his face on it. Looking really good. Always do like that. Always do like the Classic Superstars packaging as well. Beautiful. Love the spike up there. Love everything about the Classic Superstars packaging, as you guys know. There's old Ted and Virgil on the side. Little glamour shots on this side. And then, of course, the back of the package. Big cross-sell down below. What a wave this was with Demolition, Warrior, and Hogan, and Ted and Virgil. A fabulous, fabulous set right here. Got the glamour shots at the top, little blurb for each of them. Let's see what it says, and we're going to start with $1 Million Man Ted Dibiase. Debuted 1975, 260 pounds, 6'3" is his height. Finishing move, the $1 Million Dream. Titles, WWE Tag Team Champion. Favorite quote, everybody has a price for the $1 Million Man. Ha ha ha, of course, we know that. Virgil debuted in 1985, 239 pounds, height 6'2", finishing move, the $1 Million Dream. And I'm thinking Virgil had an interesting story arc. Of course, the bodyguard from $1 Million Man was really cool. And then he did wrestle. I remember it was Virgil and Ted versus Dustin and Dusty Rhodes. I remember that. And then Roddy Piper, telling him he's a man and all this kind of stuff and getting him to turn on Ted. Quite the story arc there. And then Virgil really did kind of fizzle out in the wrestling ring in the WWF back in the day. Really didn't do a whole lot there outside of the Ted feud. Kind of a jobber to the stars for a little bit. Did wear the mask, the Kurt Rambis face mask back in the day for a little bit as well. And then, of course, he did become Vincent over in WCW as kind of the bodyguard for the NWO. Always kind of strange there. And now I think he's working on some meat sauce somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. But very interesting there. 6'2" on Virgil. I was thinking he was taller than that, but I guess that's about right. But an interesting one. Let's get him out of the pack. Let's see what all the fuss is about. Is there fuss about this pack? There wasn't at the time. The fuss was about Demolition for sure, and then Warrior and Hogan. That was what people were fussing about. Now we're going to pull this out, rip it open, rip and tear. There it goes. A little bit of yellowing to the plastic on this one. Always unfortunate. We got the little holder there. See you later. Goodbye. We get one Ted Dibiase buck. Talk about something small and fragile. A little paper money. Not a lot to this one. So this is one of those things that are very easily lost. I'm going to put that off to the side. I don't want that going anywhere. I don't want to get that thrown away or anything like that. See you later. Goodbye. And a little plastic prison, yellow bubble. Ted and Virgil. What are the odds these two are going to have the Jakks sticky disease? I got a bad feeling. we're going to have a sticky mess here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I can tell it. It's bad. It already looks like honey. Like there's little drops. I mean, oh, this is going to be a nightmare. I can feel it already. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see what all the sticky fuss is about. See you later. Goodbye. And you can even see the wet spots on Ted's jacket. It's like his jacket is sweating. Oh my gosh, just disgusting. It's just absolutely disgusting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate that sticky disease. But man, it's even pooled up in some spots, and that is, of course, the plastic breaking down. We've talked about it a million times on the channel. You get some clear packing tape, you put it on here, pull it back and forth, it kind of counteracts it. However, it seems to come back in most figures down the line. But man, oh man, Ted's got the stickiness. That coat is sticky. It's like, it's his Jolly Rancher coat. He got a bunch of kids to suck on Jolly Ranchers, put them together, made a coat. That's kind of what it feels like here. Very, very gross at the end of the day. But the arms do go around, bicep cut. I'm not going to touch this too much. I'm going to clean them up before I do that. But you do get the elbow articulation, hands back forth, side to side, waist articulation, head back forth, side to side, legs up, bend at the knee, ankles back and forth. Of course, a suited character, suited figure here. Not necessarily a wrestling figure, but the beautiful green suit here, the green bow tie. All day long, you know this is Ted Dibiase in the head department. Just a beautiful representation of Ted Dibiase. On the back, you got the dollar symbol there. Looking really good. And of course, we had wrestling version of Ted Dibiase in the classics line. We had the best classics, or we had the best all-around Ted Dibiase figure of all time. Yes, I said it, in the Jakks Deluxe Classic line. So we had quite a few Ted Dibiases. Ted Dibiase never been a stranger to getting a toy made in a toy line, and kudos to him for that. Now we get Virgil here. Oh, it's just as sticky. Oh, it's just absolutely disgusting. What are we doing? But we are a sticky mess on Virgil as well, so he's going to need some cleaning for sure. It looks like he's got the same bottoms, of course, painted differently than Ted. We got the same boots going on, a lot of reuse going on. But of course, Virgil's sleeves are cut off. You got to show those pipes. You got to don't show that pipe, Virgil. But we'll see the two arm pipes. We'll be okay with that. He does got a fist of fury here and a gripping hand. Definitely looks like Virgil in the head department. There's no doubt about it. It's Virgil to me. And this Virgil matches very well with the Ted DiBiase that came out with the $1 million title belt. That was another Jakks Classic Superstars release. That kind of matches that suit. So you could put those two together if you really wanted to. It just depends there. But Virgil looking good. Of course, the articulation on Virgil going to be identical to Ted DiBiase. Same articulation there. Even same bow tie, same shirt. It's just a little bit different, or the undershirt is the same. But a lot of similarities between these. A lot of getting the most out of your molds, of course. But we needed Virgil. He is Ted's right-hand man for a lot of the heyday of Ted DiBiase. So it makes a lot of sense to get him. And I'm glad we got him. Would have been nice to get a Virgil in the wrestling gear somewhere in the Classic Superstars line. But it wasn't in the cards for whatever reason. But Mattel is making a Build-A-Figure Elite version of him that we all do know. That's coming out sometime in 2023. Probably the majority of you guys watching this, it's probably 2024 when this is released to traditional YouTube. But can't wait for some more Virgil figures. A guy that hasn't had a ton of figures. It feels a little bit different. Feels a little bit special when we do get one, and that's what we're getting in the Build-A-Figure line from Mattel. But a good one, but of course, the one thing we all hate is the Jakks sticky disease, and it is all over both of these figures. Just absolute sticky messes. It is what it is at this point. That's kind of what happens when the plastic starts breaking down over the years. And unfortunately, Virgil and Ted have seen better days, but I'm going to try to clean it up, get it fixed. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? What are your thoughts on these two Jakks Classic Superstars figures? All in, all out, playing the long game, playing the really long game. Love a sticky figure? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget about the Patreon for early access to videos like this, and bonus content, exclusive content, you name it. A lot goes on over in the old Patreon channel. And it is true, it is the best way to support this very YouTube channel. And you can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget about social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for the $1 Million Man and his bodyguard Virgil, I am Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.